Ready to record?
Okay, hi, I'm Jordan Gibson, if I can start my video. And this is your reminder to sign up for convention. Okay, leaders are made at events. I didn't want to take off my claw clip
I'm
and have to do my
so
hair,
dead.
so I'll be sweating, y'all.
I'm so
Leaders are
dead.
made at events. If you are on this call and you have not signed up for convention, we're going to kick your butt literally. Please make a plan to get there. We know it's hard. Okay, I'll share the screen now. I was like, I'm not going to have people sitting here looking at me. Okay, now it says sharing's not turned on. I just sent the request, so maybe you've seen that. Um, y'all, I like have to tell y'all, this is my third Zoom this week. Um, is this make it big? Well, whatever, we're just gonna leave it like this. I'm like shaking, like I'm nervous to talk to y'all, and I don't know why. I think it's probably because y'all are leaders. Like, y'all are here. You're on the gold call, and we're gonna be talking about shifts tonight. Hi, I'm Jordan Gibson. I'm an Emerald. I don't even know if I said that. Lovely to meet you. I'm like, these girls are about to make a shift in their business. They're gonna learn that maybe you're caught in a season or a mindset that you're not aware of, and hopefully we're able to bring that to your attention and let's get after it. Okay, so the first shift, let me know if y'all can't see anything because I'm gonna be moving y'all around on my screen. The first shift happens from gold to senior gold, right? Okay, so maybe you're gold on this call. You're around 100 points, 150, whatever. You're not to senior gold yet. And you've probably done a lot of the heavy lifting on your own. And at this point, you're like, crap. If you recruited yourself to gold, you're like, I don't know if I want to do that every single month or every single time I'm ready for a rank up. That's not how network marketing is supposed to go, right? It's called network marketing for a reason, for networking. And we have gotten really good and have some really awesome training about not going gold by yourself. We don't want you to go gold by yourself. But if you did, it's not always like that, I promise. And so you probably feel like, crap, maybe you're feeling some things and you're thinking some thoughts. And so that is why we started the plus one, the gold under gold, because we don't want you going gold by yourself. You have to start becoming a leader on your team. So, what does the shift look like? You have to say out loud in the mirror, whatever you need to do, that you are the CEO of a small business. Okay. Doesn't matter what anyone else says, especially if they're outside of network marketing because they have no idea what they're talking about. They have no input in your life. You're the CEO of a small business. You own your own Plexus business. Say it out loud. It might feel weird, but say it out loud every single day if you need to. Your team is growing from gold to senior gold. You're going to grow a team. And y'all, when I recruit people, sometimes we have the conversation about like, I'm like, what do you think about recruiting girls and like having other girls do this with you? Because it scares some people. And I'm like, if that scares you now, we need to have the conversation now. And I'll show you how fun it is to lead people, how fun it is to grow in your leadership. Like, you don't even know what that looks like when you're first starting your business, right? Like, you have no idea what that's supposed to look like. And that's what these calls are for. You still have to find time for your daily IPA, guys, for doing the income producing things that are going to move the needle in your business. Maybe you still have a full-time job. Maybe you're a full-time mama. It doesn't matter. We all find the time in our days to get our crap done. Think about your systems right now. If you're gold and you can nail down a system, meaning an onboarding system, a customer care system, y'all, we're a part of an incredible team where we all, some of like the different emeralds on our team maybe have their own system. Jordan has her own system, but we have systems. And if you don't know what they are, figure them out, get them down, put them down in your notes so that you can start doing the same thing for every single thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, talk to your upline. If you're around that gold area and you're not sure about your systems, still focus on recruiting your level ones and spend focusing that 80% of your time on the 20% of your people who want the business. Okay, that is the gold shift you're going to make. Got it. Now I'm talking to the senior golds. Oh my goodness, what a fun stage in your business. You have a few silvers, maybe a gold, anywhere from senior silver. You're leading girls on your team now to be senior gold. You're pumped, you're excited. It's an exciting time in your business. But you're also seeing more attrition, and that means that you're recruiting people, your team is recruiting people, you're adding new VIPs, but your numbers might be staying the same or dropping. That's very normal, okay? And honestly, at this stage, you're tempted to say that you've talked to everyone, you've depleted your warm market. Y'all, it's so crazy that we're talking about this because I just did a training last night for my team about cold messaging. I am like all about cold messaging right now because I have 4.5 years into this. Learned how incredible it is for growing our business, and it doesn't have to be weird, and it doesn't have to be slimy, and it doesn't have to be all these red light stories that we think in our head. If you are not cold messaging, y'all, watch my training from last night. Go watch an Emily Gibson training. Go watch the girls who have made it to the top and are like, cold messaging is it. And I know Jordan Von Berry would say the same, our diamond leader, about cold messaging. So in this senior gold phase, y'all, we say, I would say the emeralds, every emerald on our team would say the shift from gold to senior gold is when we know our girls are all in. They're ready for the business. They're ready to do leadership things. And so if you don't feel like a leader right now as a senior gold, I would ask you to take a look at your gifts, take a look at your strengths, and ask, are you using them? Are you pouring those into your team? Maybe you're great at one-on-one calls. Maybe you're great at sending your people videos like, hey, I'm thinking of you. Watch this video and let me know what you think. Pour into your people using your gifts. Okay, our senior goals. So that, oh, I forgot to go down this one. The shift also looks like, and y'all, when Jordan Roddenberry told me this, I did not believe her. She's my direct upline, if y'all didn't know that. The team you have now as a senior gold is not the team that's going to get you to Ruby. And I didn't believe her. I was like, no way, dude. My girls are with me for the long run. We're going to go diamond. Bleh. Listen to your upline when they tell you something. Because the team that got me senior gold was not the team that got me ruby. And the team that got me ruby was not even the team that got me senior ruby, y'all. Okay. Or went senior ruby with me. So trust when we say, love your people, love them where they're at, but you have got to be recruiting level one business builders and duplicating that down. So your level ones are creating their level ones. Um, I think I probably went over a little bit this because I forgot to go. But gosh, personal growth is going to be huge. Um, Reading books, listening to your own trainings, implementing the trainings that you're listening to, writing your notes, going over your notes with your team. I love number 4, find new ways to attract a new audience. This is really what I've been honing in on my team as well is you cannot wait until your warm market is depleted to go send those cold messages and to go create a whole nother market. That's exhausting, y'all. And that really is a whole nother training for a whole nother time. But don't wait until you talk to every single person you know to go, oh, hey, it's time to go talk to people I don't know. Don't wait. Okay, let's talk to our rubies and senior rubies. You're a gem. I will never forget going ruby. I'll never forget any of the ranks, but I'll for some reason you're a gem. Okay, you have like a different title than your rank, and it feels good. And you're like, wow, I can just taste emerald, but also it feels so far away. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. Okay, because you have a team under you. You're for real running a full-on business now, but are you treating it like a business? Okay. What are your thoughts telling you about what will life as an emerald or a diamond be like? Do I want that? Do I want to work that hard? Yes, you do. You're already creating these stories in your head about what the future looks like going towards emerald and going towards the next goal and the next rank. Okay. I want to share with y'all. So I'm 4.5 years into this. November of 2020, I joined. In January of 2021, I went to my first Super Saturday. And there was a diamond there talking to us. It was still during COVID, all the fun things. There was a diamond talking to us. And she said, what will you feel? How will you feel when you wake up the day after you go diamond? And of course, all that, like, we're all sharing like our hearts out, and we're like, oh, we would feel secure and we would feel so thankful and we would feel, all these things. And she was like, if you are not happy in your life right now, if you are not content with your marriage, with your kid situation, you're not going to be happy making $20,000 a month. And I was like, okay. So, a little snippet for y'all. What will life as an emerald or diamond be like? It might be the same as your life right now, except you're going to be making more money. Okay. So, think about those things. What does the shift look like? Oh my goodness, y'all. Dive into those things. Dive into the mindset of what is someone who is making $20,000 a month? What is their mindset? Because I promise it's probably not the same as yours. Okay. What are your fears? What is holding you back? Again, are you leaning into your strengths and your leadership skills? Every time I think about what are my strengths, because sometimes that's hard for us to think about. So think about them, write them down. What are my strengths? And am I using them? And for some reason, it's kind of hard for me. I'm like, what are my strengths? Sometimes you need other people to talk. Sorry, y'all, if I'm talking too long. Sometimes you need people to talk into you. Like ask your upline, ask your the girls who you're in connection with, community with, what are my strengths? Like, what do you see in me? And if it's not the same as what you're thinking, then keep having those conversations, keep digging and use them. Y'all, number three, harmony in your schedule is so crucial, is so crucial. We also go through different seasons of life, especially those of us who are still having babies. That's like a huge one for me because I just came out of the like newborn infant stage where I can wake up in the morning and work and it's literally life changing. If you cannot create good habits right now within your IPA, within pouring into your team, you're not going to do the things when life gets hard. Okay. So work on defining your hard. What does hard even look like? Is it actually hard? And get some harmony in your schedule because, man, you just want your life is going to be up and down and your schedule is going to be up and down. But if you can create good habits and show your team how to create good habits, you're going to be on your way to Emerald literally in no time. Okay, I think that's all I have for y'all. I'm going to hand it over to another Emerald, Haley Ross. You got it, girl.
Oh, I'm so glad I have to follow Jordan Gibson. Come on now. Anyways, okay. She just talked about all the shifts like through the different ranks, and I'm just gonna kind of talk about like what my shift was personally. I'm not gonna look at this slide because I want to see y'all's faces because it's awkward just talking to myself. But okay, so she said like leaders are made at events. I went to a Plexus trip that I did not want to go on and had every reason to not go because Haley Jenkins and I need to never fly together again. We literally miss every single flight together, or I mean, it's awful. We drove to Midland, missed our flight, drove to Lubbock, delayed all day, and we still went because I was like, I don't care about these girls, but I'm going to Florida for free, so we're going. And I'm okay telling y'all that because that's how I felt until I got there. And I will never forget Becca and Brittany being like, "What do you want out of this?" And I was like, "Nothing." They were like, "You're senior gold," and I was like, "Cool." I don't know. I don't want anything about it. And then when I left, I was like, oh, these women are amazing and they're not weird. And I want to be a diamond. So that was my shift. I was like, went to this event, went to this amazing retreat, which you guys, we are hosting another one. So you need to all be working towards that. That is like what I'm talking about is they did the Emeralds then did one like that for us. And it was just super amazing. But anyways, so my mindset was like, dang, I've come this far and I'm not gonna lie to you, like I went to senior gold almost by myself and it was exhausting, absolutely exhausting. And so I just like listened to all of their stories and I was like, I came home, I told my husband, I was like, I have to do something. I have to make up my mind. Do I want to just like hang out at senior gold, which you guys, senior gold money is like really good. And I was happy with it. I was super happy there. I didn't quit my job. I'm an Emerald now. Sorry, I don't even. Oh, Jordan introduced me, so it's okay. I'm an Emerald now, and I still haven't quit my job. And so, like at Senior Gold, I was like, dude, we're getting to buy organic groceries, and my husband's not asking me to make a budget, so we're Gucci, all right. But I came home and I was like, dude, Jordan Roddenberry, and I won't say what the number was because I can't remember, and I don't want to lie to you, but she shared with us a paycheck and I almost fell out of my chair. Fell out of my chair. And she did it like so humbly and just like I don't even know if humbly is a word. Humbling? I don't. She was very humble about the paycheck and she did not want to tell us but we begged her to. And I will never forget being like, "Dang." Because I don't know about you guys, but I've money is weird to me sometimes and so I'm like more money doesn't always mean good. But like Jordan did it so well and shared about like what she has done with that money. And then Jessica Heffley, I'm kind of all over the place. I'm going to get back to it, I promise. Jessica Heffley told me more money in good people's hands does more good. And I am not kidding. When I heard that, I was like, it's not weird to talk about money. It's not weird to share. It's not weird to want. more. And I think that's why I hung out at Senior Gold for so long. And I told everybody, I told my sponsor, Haley Jenkins, which is also one of my very best friends, that I didn't want anything from this. I told Chandler to leave me alone. I didn't want to talk about this pyramid scheme. Okay. You guys. But after that trip, after listening to Jordan, after listening to Marissa and all of the, oh my gosh. Oh, never mind. All the wonderful women there, I was like, okay, my mindset definitely changed because I came home and I was like, I can either be okay with Senior Gold or I can do something different and I can stop caring about what everyone thinks of me on social media because let's be honest, that's 99% of everyone's issue. And I can stop caring about that and I can go all in. My all in looked a little different. I paid a coach because I was like, I don't know how to go all in. And I was kind of like eating my words. And so I didn't really want to ask for help from anyone on our team. So I hired a coach outside of our team to tell me how to do it. And it worked for me. And then I was like, okay, sorry, Chandler. Sorry, Haley Jenkins. Can y'all please help me? Because I do want this. And I was like, I went to Senior Gold. Like, if I can go this far, I can go all the way. But I'm going to have to sacrifice some things and I'm going to have to do some things differently. And the jump from Senior Gold to Ruby for me was, I was working full time. I was actually coaching a club volleyball team and I was going back for my second master's. And I was like, I'm going to run this business because I do well in chaos with all these things going on. And so I started working, and I have done this ever since. I started working in 20-minute shifts. I did a challenge a while back with 20-minute shifts for you guys, but that is like what I still do to this day because I work full time. So I can't, and all you working moms that stay, like you stay at home mamas that are working, like, bless you. I call Allie about 9 times a day and she's like, oh, my toddler needs me. My toddler needs me. I'm like, y'all are busy. So if you haven't tried this 20-minute thing, like maybe you should. But if I drop my girls off at daycare, if I'm early to work, which I'm never early to work, so just pretend I am, I drop the girls off for daycare and then I work in my car for 20 minutes. Like every morning, if I call Ellie, she's like, you're working in your car, and I'm like, yes, I'm parked at the school and I can't test my kid yet. So I'm going to work. And I'll work 20 minutes then, and I'll send messages, send follow ups. And then like dance practice, we can't watch them. So I'll work during dance. Just like nuggets throughout the day. Lunch break. Sometimes I'll just go eat in my car because I don't want anyone to talk to me. And I'm like, I need to work. So I'll work 20 minutes then. Sometimes it's 20 minutes. Sometimes it's only two. Sometimes I get way more than 20 minutes, but like I just do what works at that time. And then another thing that really works for me is I prep all my posts on Sundays. And I know that sounds like some people are like, oh, well, I just like was inspired and this is what the post thought, like this is what I thought. So a lot of the times, like I was driving to my parents today and I thought of a post and I like just jotted it down in my notes and I will prep that on Sunday. And then I have a post every single day. So I don't like miss out on posting because I've already prepped it. That works for me, but I'm also a prepper. I meal prep, I lay out clothes, I do all the prepping on Sundays, and that makes my week go easier. But anyways, I kind of talked around the whole point, but to know that you're 2 feet in is like you have to sacrifice some things. You have to either be a hobbyist or be a business owner. And I was like, my name is on my back office and no one's going to get me there unless I do something. So I took ownership and I started showing up without caring what others thought. I mean, okay, I think that's it. um, Let me see who's next. Oh, Marissa, my favorite people ever. Okay, it's another Emerald, and her name is Marissa Almond.
Hello. Okay. Also, everything, yes, Haley said. I do the same. I am a working mom. Also Emerald, have 4 kids. The amount of time that I usually get to work is usually always in my car. Also in 20-minute spurts. I mean, even putting this together for Allie, I'm like, I'd send Allie a random voice message here and then a quick text here. And then she wouldn't get back. Like I wouldn't get back to her for, a whole other 12 hours or whatever. I was like, oh, here's the other part. I'm like, you're seeing exactly how I work in short shifts of like spurts of things. So yeah, all of that. I love this because this is so true for so many of the other seasons that I've been in business. But I actually had 2 shifts, and I wanted to talk to you about them sort of in the as to you as leaders that are going to be coaching people through these same shifts. So for shift 1, it was when I first started. Just decided to do me, like I like to say, and just be bold and post. And so you all at this stage of your business are going to be helping people do just that. And so I wanted to give you a couple things that I put together that will help you do this, because this is key. You need to be able to do this to help people to actually build your business, to get people moving, and to get people moving and not just like, I don't know, dabbling, like to get them rolling, right? So to get people to stop being worried about what other people are going to say about posting, because yes, we can do a lot of what we do in person with people, but truthfully, a lot of times when people get started like this, that's really scary. So posting is one of the best options, and you can reach a whole lot more than talking to some person, somebody that you know one-on-one in person. So we want to get them to post. So a couple things: normalize it. Let them know they're scared. Okay. Tell them, I know it's scary. Relate to them. How did you feel? But also reframing that fear into a question. I literally just said this the other day. Who needs this today? Who can you help? When you post this, who will it reach? And helping people to, just think about posting in the sense of not trying to impress anybody, not thinking about what Aunt Sue or whatever else is going to think about your post, but thinking specifically about who you're going to help. So helping over impressing, helping over bragging, helping over it being about them. Stop having it be so them focused and really pour into the who are you serving by doing this is so helpful. The next thing is just give them a post, give them a sample, give it to them. Say, you can do this. Here's your prompt. Post this right now with energy. Just be like, oh, when you have a chance, post it. Don't say that. Don't tell anybody when you have a chance. Nobody has a chance. Tell them to do it right in that moment, and then they will do it. Okay. Because people need that. People need somebody to just tell them what to do next. I just watched a reel on this the other day too. The amount of decisions we make every single day. Like, don't you just love when you get home and your husband's like, this is what we're having for dinner? Like, amazing. Just be that person for somebody else. Like, here's your post. Put it up right now. What picture do you love? I don't care. Don't use a picture. Put this up. Like, you know what I mean? Just tell them what to do. Okay. So normalize the fear, reframe the fear, and then make the decision for them. Literally hand it to them, tell them what to do. And then just really encourage that if they're like, oh, I don't have a picture, I'll do it tomorrow when I'm like dressed. No, you're not. Don't do it tomorrow when you're dressed. You're going to get dressed tomorrow, and then you're going to be chasing your kid, and then you're going to forget to take a picture anyway. So just take a picture from what you already have and really encourage that. Like, messy action is going to be magnetic over trying to make it perfect. Just do that. Okay. Last thing is celebrate. Put it in the chat. If you feel like they're too overwhelmed with your team chat, do it in a smaller space. Connect them with just you and your upline and celebrate them right there in that smaller space. They need a safe space to be able to feel heard and encouraged and celebrated. Because, man, I'd love it if my family clapped for me every time I did the dishes, right? Like, we don't get that. So again, like, encourage them, help people, and then just tie it to that impact. When you do this, think about what that's going to mean for you. Tie it to the income. Find out what motivates them. Maybe it's not income. Maybe it's the impact they're going to make. Tie it to that motivation. So shift number 1 is helping people. Like, for me, it was when I decided to do it. Literally, my sponsor gave me all the things. She said, go do this. And I did it. I didn't want to make any decisions. I had a newborn at the time. I was like, perfect, great. I'll do this, this. Who would I need to invite? She said, invite this many people to your event. I said, 30. Okay, I'll do that. I got like 15, maybe, if that, in my event. But I did what she asked me to do. Okay. Shift number 2 is to see the vision. And so I kind of shifted a little bit of what I was doing here when I was sending Allie the voice message. But yes, helping people to see the vision, building legacy, business, and not just a paycheck. And so these are the things like on this slide. I don't necessarily have to read them to you because they're there, but these are the things I do when I'm 2 feet in. It's a given. If you have a team, always checking in with your team. Don't abandon your team. Talk to them, check in with them. My favorite question right now is, how's your energy today? Okay. Like, don't even tell me your points. Don't even tell me, like, where are you at? And then post multiple times a day. So Haley said that she preps her post. I love to do that too. I'm a planner. I set up my clothes. I do all those things just like Haley said. And I like to have a post already planned. What I like about that is I usually get inspired by something during the day also. So when I'm 2 feet in, I already have a post ready to go that I can grab in my 20-minute spurts of time that I have to work. But something else may also come up for me that day that I want to share about. That's maybe a quick engagement post with motherhood or teachers or coaches' wives that I can throw up in just a text that's an engagement post that goes along with what I'm already doing. So it kind of helps me to show up just more, right? The more you can post, the more people are going to see, the more engagement you're going to have. So if you already have something planned and then you just let that inspiration also strike, like that's so helpful for you. And that's going to help you with the next bullet, engaging on social media, just talking to people. So this one right here is the shift that I wanted to talk about. So for me, I actually just went through another season of this shift, is just literally moving from being scared and doing your business from only behind the screen to in person. So as a gold ambassador and above, like, you know how to do the things, you know the systems, you know what to do, but your brain likes to sometimes tell you that you don't know what to do, or you sometimes get scared because you get this, like, these thoughts in your head that you're not really as good at something as people think you are. And you need to just crush that for a second. And I think the best way to do that is to start showing up in person as the person that you want to be and not only behind the screen. And so this is how you move from, I love this verbiage, from dabbling to dominating. Okay. So you're showing up and you're leading with your presence. You are no longer just doing quiet posts and low stakes conversations. You are showing up because people don't just buy products, they buy energy, they buy confidence, they buy leadership. And if you are not leading yourself well in your life in general, people are not attracted to that. And that's just the truth. Like, when you are, anybody on this call that knows me and has seen me through all the seasons, you know it. Like, when I am down in the dump, like, don't even talk to me. My blah is going to spread out onto all of you. Okay. So we need to be leading ourselves well as golden above ambassadors. That's how you're going to get your team moving with you in the right direction and catching vision, because this is all tied to vision. When you have that strong vision, you will do all these things. You will walk into a room with your head high and confident, no matter what just happened, the car seat debacle, the whatever that just happened in your life before you walked into that room. You're going to be able to show up as that person that is confident in that, because you know where you're going and what you're capable of and the impact you're going to make on the people that are around you when you show up that way. So those are the 2 shifts I had, and that's pretty much it. I don't know who's next. Haley J. Haley J, another emerald. Amazing. Can't wait to hear from you, Haley.
Okay, guys, I'll go really quick because we don't have a whole lot of time left before we get kicked off. Okay, so I'm a stay-at-home mom of my 2 girls. I became a stay-at-home mom way before I joined Plexus. But I knew when I became a stay-at-home mom, I wanted to contribute. And so I joined network marketing. I actually didn't join Plexus first, but I knew I wanted to do something to help contribute. So basically, when I joined Plexus, I was in but wasn't really all in because it was my job, but I didn't have to really contribute because my husband made all the money. So it was really just fun money. So my shift came whenever we moved here to Midland, Texas, and my husband basically said he hated it here. He didn't want to work here anymore. He was gone all the time. We didn't see him. He would be gone at 6 o'clock in the morning and wouldn't get home till 8 o'clock at night. And so it was like we barely had the weekends together. And it was just enough. We wanted to be a family. He wanted to be able to see his girls. And so when he told me that, and he basically the only way if you don't know anything about Texas, if you're not from Texas, Midland, Texas is oil filled. This is where you make the money. So this is why we can do what we do. So what happened was, okay, he told me that. And I'm like, all right, if I can get to emerald, sapphire, diamond, whatever, that money is going to take place of my teaching and coaching salary. And we will be back to like good income coming from me. And he can take a pay cut and we can move and live wherever we want. So that happened end of 2023. And then a few months later in 2024, we went Emerald. And fast forward to a year later, we're actually moving back to where my husband is from, Abilene, Texas, to be closer to family. And this is kind of what we wanted in the long run. So all of that to say is once he said that, it was like, all right, 2 feet in, and this is what's going to happen. Now, I'm not stopping at emerald. Yes, the goal is diamond, but the fact that it can happen now is just really awesome. But the shift came whenever I decided that one, I was going to literally give it all to God. I always said that, I mean, I'm a Christian. I've always loved the Lord, but I distanced myself from him in college and slowly grew back as the years went on. And so whenever I was like, all right, Lord, this is your business, not mine, I dove into the word every single day. Still do. I do personal devotionals all the time. Am I perfect? No. It's okay if you miss a couple of days. But I am like focused on staying present with the Lord. And so just being able to give it all to him and talk to him and give him the glory, and truly just good days are his, bad days are his, whatever happens, his timing, it's all his, truly just helped me stay sane and stay Haley and not worry about anyone else, not worry about my upline, my downline, my sidelines, anyone else in Plexus that we see. Like my business is through him and it's going to happen through him. Second, thing, I started reading. My lovely, lovely upline Chandler told me to read, and I said, no. But yes, let me tell you, if you read personal development, you are going to grow tremendously. I know it was mentioned up above in our slides, but truly, that's all I read is personal development or my Bible. So if you aren't reading, you need to start reading. And I will actually send in our gold because we don't have a whole lot of time. I brought mine to show y'all, but we don't have a whole lot of time. So I'll show you my favorite ones that have really helped me. And if you want them, you can grab them. And then the last thing is being a stay-at-home mom. Like you truly don't have a lot of time to work when your kids are up. And so the biggest things that I do is not normally late nights. I am an early morning gal, like through and through, early mornings. So I would do my early mornings, sometimes late nights, and then in the nooks and crannies. And then the next thing I will say, and I love this, is work in front of your kids. It's okay to do that because it shows your kids that you are working, and it shows them that as they get older, that you're not just sitting there doing absolutely nothing on your phone or on your computer. And tell them that you're working. Tell them like why you're doing this and what you're doing this for, so that they understand in the future. Because we have definitely talked about like, what does mommy do? And they're like, I don't know what mommy does. But once I like sat down and told them and talked about what Plexus is, like now my kids understand. Not do it 24/7, but if you're doing it for 5 minutes, like, hey, mommy's working on something with Plexus, I'll be with you in a second, while they're playing over there in the sensory bin, that's okay. So they understand that you are working. And then, yeah, in the nooks and crannies, when they're napping or whenever they run off to the playroom by themselves, or my kids love going outside. They go outside in the backyard, I open the windows, I can sit on a computer and I can work while they're out there, and then go out there and spend the afternoon with them. If you're doing your 20-minute shifts, like Haley mentioned, do it for 20 minutes while they're outside, put your computer down, and then boom, you can go play with them the rest of the afternoon. But yeah, that I made mine quick so we could be done because I know we only have a minute, but that's what I did. And that's where I'm at. Oh, back to you, Allie. Thanks, y'all, for sharing. Jordan, do you have anything you want to add? Jordan Runberry, I should clarify.
No, I have nothing I want to add. I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all for doing this. It is so cool to watch y'all lead. Y'all are incredible trainers, and I'm just so glad we started these again.
Yeah. Congrats to everyone for being on. Finish the month strong so you can be here again next month. So that's it. Love y'all. Good night.